Hi, so today I'm going to show you how to find, edit, and assign a video in Edpuzzle. Hopefully I'm going to do that in under 10 minutes because I know your time is precious. All right, so when you first go into Edpuzzle, once you have your account set up, you'll be starting off on the home page. Some of the tabs over here to the left are where you want to focus on, especially when you're just starting to create things. Altusira Intermediate lists all of the teachers who are currently using Edpuzzle. So if somebody for your department has already created a video, you can go in, find that person, locate them, get the video, and grab it and copy it into your content. Makes your life a lot easier. That way not everyone is having to do the same work. You can split it up, you can trade videos, swap them, and keep them inside of your content. Also, if you don't have a video generated yet, you can go down here to the bottom. These are all the different all the different channels that are offered for you to be able to locate your video on, or if you have one in your drive that you want to upload, you can do that as well. I'm going to choose from Crash Course. Most of us already have a specific idea of a type of video we're looking for. In my case, let's just say I'm looking for waves from Crash Course. I needed the one on light waves. It's going to open it into a preview mode where I can watch the video on my own. I can play it, watch it all the way through, make sure it works for me. If I like it, yay, then I want to go into edit mode. Inside of edit mode, it's going to start in the cut feature. Now you can come back to this if you want to, especially if you know exactly where you want to be focused on. It's great. If you're not sure yet, then you can go over into questions first. I usually start in the cut because I know exactly where I want to trim it. This black dot that you see right here, this is where it begins at the very beginning. If you want to shorten your video, you can. Let's say you can also add cuts. Let's say there's a place in the middle that I want to cut out of. So I'm going to get to that particular location, and it's at 3 minutes and 33 seconds. I'm going to pause. I'm going to add a cut, and you'll see it broke the video up into two different sections for me. Let's say I want to eliminate some time from there. I want to get it to 4 minutes and 33 seconds and begin again. So I want to get rid of this middle piece right here from 3 minutes and 33 seconds to 4 minutes and 36 seconds. So a little over a minute is just unneeded, unnecessary. I don't want it for my students, so I want to get rid of it. Then down here at the end, I have another place, which means the end credits. I don't really need my kids to see the end credits, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to back it up a little bit from there. And I'm going to cut some ending off as well. All right, so I'm pretty happy with that. I've got what I want. My total new time is down to 9 minutes and 5 seconds. So I'm happy with that. Then I want to go, if you want to do a voiceover, you can. You'll see your new time is there. So the video is now cropped and edited for 9 minutes and 5 seconds. Then you can also do a voiceover from there if you need to. If you need to go in and you need to talk to your students at certain time frames, you're welcome to do that. I'm not going to do it here because it's going to interfere the recording feature with what I'm doing with you, but you can do that there. You can also go into questions. Let's say right around a specific time point, I want to embed a question. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go to my specific time period. Let's say I want to do it at 2 minutes and 45 seconds. There's one point I want to make with the students and ask them a question. So I'm going to go up here to multiple choice. It's going to auto load the format for me. I'm going to keep my question pretty simple. I'm going to type in what day is today, just for our own sampling. It automatically has 2 responses auto-generated for you to go ahead and input your answers. My choices are going to be today and tomorrow. The first one is selected as being correct. You can change it if you want to. Edpuzzle will scramble the questions for you, so you don't have to worry about constantly flip-flopping which one's correct and which one's incorrect. It will do that for you. If you want to add another couple of responses, you can. And that way you can go ahead and have some more choices for your students. But let's say you don't want that. You can also click the X button and leave it at 2. Once you have your responses ready to go, and I wanted it at my specific amount of time, then I can click Save. And you'll see a little teardrop appear. What that means is right there at that one point, I have embedded a question. And that question will remain there. Over here on the left-hand side, you'll see your timeline, and this shows me that at 2 minutes and 47 seconds, I inserted a multiple choice question, and that is the actual question I asked. Let's say a little bit further down the line, I want to put an open-ended response. These you will have to self-grade. Only the multiple choice questions are auto-graded. So open-ended, just kind of keep that in mind. And let's say my question is, how do you know today is really today? This allows, you'll notice there's no boxes down below, so there's no multiple choice here. It's free response. There are some other little features in here. If you want to add a link or an image, you're more than welcome to do that. But for me, I'm just keeping it really simple for you today. Click Save. Oh, and then you'll notice there's another teardrop appeared down at the bottom. Now, where I clipped that image earlier, remember where I cut it right in the middle? You'll have a transition. So it won't pause for that period of time. It'll actually go right through from one clip to the next clip to play all the way to the end at 9 minutes and 5 seconds. You have one last feature called Note. When you click on it at whatever specific time you want it, you can go ahead and type a small note to the students. So if you don't want to do the voiceover, instead you want them to remember something. Oops. You can type that in, save it, and it will, at that moment, pop it up for the students so they can see that note that you wrote. Remember, anything you write in note is seen by the viewer as well. All right, so let's say I've got my video ready. I'm good to go. I'm going to go up here to finish. It'll again go back to that preview mode where you can watch your video again and see where it pops up. And this is where I highly encourage that wherever you have your last question, you may want to go back and trim your video so it ends right there at the last question, because a lot of students won't finish the video out even though you have the time there and the video showing. A lot of times they'll turn it off. So it's just my suggestion, go ahead and end it there. All right, from there you want to go ahead and you've got your video ready to go. You want to click Assign, pick the class period you want. The part that is most tricky is right here. You click your Start. All right, I wanted mine to start today, but then I want it to end by Friday, which means they have 5 days to watch that video. That's their time frame. Now, it went away. Why is that? Well, there's a trick to this. Once you click the end date, sometimes you can't see it, but you gotta click Save down here. If you want to adjust the time that it's due, so if you want to make sure it's turned in by a specific time, you are more than welcome to do that. Click Save. Oh, there it is, since right there. 3 features that you want to also pay attention to is I always keep this on, prevent skipping. This allows students to make sure they have to watch the video all the way through and they can't fast forward. I also keep CCs turned on as often as I possibly can to make sure I have accommodations for my DHH students. From there, you can also choose to post it directly onto Classroom. It'll send a link to Classroom and students can view it and go ahead and access Edpuzzle from there if you want to, or if you have your kids trained to go to Edpuzzle and log in, they will see it posted in their class as well. So you don't have to post through Classroom if you don't want to. Okay? All right, and then from there, you just simply click the Assign button and it should post for you. All right, so there you have it, how to find a video, edit a video, and post a video as an assignment to a class through Edpuzzle. Great tool to help your students learn. Thanks. Have a great day.